Islamic Revolution of Iran that the US is sitting down to talk with Iran's revolutionary government. It's important. Some people made drastic comparisons. The four-member team that Iran sent, they all have doctorate degrees to make a comparison, whether they are qualified or not, or if that argument still is valid. The location was at the Serena Hotel, and Islamabad became completely quiet. I just wanted to know from John Dalton, you see, this is important because we don't see US and Iran talk on a daily basis, but definitely the same sort they do with Israel. And not only so, I've seen a video of Benjamin Netanyahu trying to address his nation, in which he held a map of Middle East and he marked some of the countries, Yemen as well as Iran, as well as Iraq as well, and also Lebanon. The nation that has been heavily bombed in recent times over the last weekend by using chemicals that have been banned under the Geneva Convention, including white phosphorus.
Yeah.
So that has been a very eye-opening issue for the entire world, even as the ceasefire between Iran and the US take place. I want to ask you, Benjamin Netanyahu, his positioning, whether he is the barking dog that wants to see this fight prolong over the year. I want to know how you felt about it.
Well, you know, Benjamin Netanyahu survived this last election by putting together a coalition of very right-wing parties that would protect him against going to court. You know, Benjamin Netanyahu has been credibly accused of bribery, corruption, business dealings that are incorrect, as has his wife Sarah. And he was due to go into court this week. And the fact that he did not go to court, he was rescued by the negotiations that took place in Pakistan. It is absolutely important that that he maintain some sort of action always to keep himself from having to go and face justice. The justice ministries in Israel are pretty independent, and they have in the past put people into jail who have, you know, high-level politicians. So he's being very cautious about his future as well as an individual. Forget about his, you know, ranting. But he only survives because he has this right-wing coalition that is attacked Gaza, that's attacked Lebanon, and that is, you know, unstable. But when you come back, let's talk a little bit about how Iran also financed Hezbollah, financed Hamas, financed the Houthis. That Iran has not been a great neighbor for Israel in the region, and so the animosity is understood.
Very briefly, I want to ask John Dalton in the studio. The Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez began his 4-day tour on Saturday of China. So he is seeing the Chinese fourth time in the last 4 years. That is important, and how Spain is trying to project its foreign policy regarding these wars, and of course no support whatsoever regarding the war. They don't want to be dragged in to something they don't see through on it. Of course, bilateral trade between Spain and China reached $50 billion in 2024. Any comments regarding the situation, the geopolitical situation, and how Spain sees to ignore all of this?
Well, I mean, I think Spain has the moral high ground for sure. I mean, they've taken on Israel and saying that Europe should no longer be associated with Israel in any kind of defense pact or any kind of trade pact. And I think it's also true to look at Norway and Sweden that have similar positions, refusing to allow Netanyahu even entry into their country. So I think some of the Europeans are taking a very, very strong position against Israel and against their leadership as a manifestation of their opposition to the war and also to the actions of Israel as well. Before you go anywhere, I want to make one brief comment. I believe that this Israel-Lebanon rapprochement, this discussion, is a smokescreen created by Israel to take Lebanon off the table in their ability and negotiations with Iran. I think it's a total fake deal. They'll go there, they'll make some sort of accommodation, but they don't want to have Iran have any say in what they do with respect to Lebanon.